Thank you. I just want to thank Balcony and their organizers for inviting me. I am the new district director for the Small Business Administration. I've been on the job for 2 months, so I'm excited to be here. And really, I just wanted to give you a brief background about what the Small Business Administration does and how it can help small businesses in the audience. I don't know how many of you are small businesses, but let me just tell you that we are the government. We are here to help. I know people laugh at that comment, but at the SBA, we're open all the time looking for your concerns. The first thing that we're known for is our loan guarantee program. I'm honored to have some of the panelists be from our banking institutions, and really what we are is the insurance company for the banks. We allow them to look at their credit rating scores and look at their collateral, and then if they find a business that they think is on the borderline, we come in and say we'll guarantee that business, and that's what we do through all our loan programs. The most famous of them is our 7A, which really looks at building inventories, making sure that your businesses are outfitted. We're coming in to help you get access to those types of loan programs so that you can use your cash and your sales for working capital. We have the 504 program, which is a program that looks at real estate. If you're looking to expand your operations, especially in manufacturing, we come in and you don't need to have as much collateral. We bring the collateral as the U.S. Federal Bank. And then we have the SBA Express, which is actually my personal favorite because it's a program that really looks at small businesses, and it's up to $350,000 of loans where the bank actually can make a lot of decisions and use it for things like working capital, which some of the other traditional programs we have can't. Don't allow that flexibility. They have to be used for specific purposes. But other than that, we do something else, which a lot of people don't realize. We are also the arm for government contracting. There are $425 billion every year that the Small Business Administration ensures gets into the hands of small business. The federal government does over several billion dollars, and 23% of that has to go to small businesses. And our office is the one to ensure that the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy, the Department of Transportation are placing contracts with small businesses. The other thing we do is it's a program called 8A, which helps minority, women-owned, and also socially disadvantaged businesses. There's 5% of that $425 billion that is allocated to towards those businesses, as well as to service disabled veterans. So I encourage you to come and meet with our business development specialists because we can get you on the 8A track as well as the government contracting. It's a great way to get more capital, because once you start getting a government contract, you build your business. And guess what? If you build your business, you get more access to money. So that's the second biggest thing we do. The third, which is also really important for those who are just starting out, is we provide advice and counseling through our resource partners. I know one of my resource partners is on the panel with me from the Small Business Development Corporation. We also have the Women Business Centers here, and also SCORE. There are 3 great avenues to get advice and help your business, even in these tough times, to relook at your business plans. And I understand the last panel, look at your disaster recovery plans. This is the time to do it, and we give these resources for free. So they are funded by the federal government. We don't charge for them. And the last 2 things that we do traditionally is advocacy. We are the advocates for small businesses on Capitol Hill. Currently, we have 5 proposals to help small businesses in the new year. One of them is actually looking at the sizes of businesses. We haven't looked at those small business regulations for 25 years as to what the criteria of a small business is. So we're expanding those criteria, especially with new technology companies starting. How do we address those needs? And then the last is we are the disaster recovery arm for the government. We provide loans. Even in Westchester County, just recently there were floods in July. We came in and set up a disaster zone for 3 days. We gave out and worked with small businesses as well as individual homes to give out loans. So those are what the Small Business Administration does. One of the things I get asked a lot before I turn it over to the rest of the panel is how is the Recovery and Stimulus Act doing? I'm proud to report that we have increased lending. September was the highest loan volume that month we've ever had since August 2007. So 2007 was pre-crash, and we have actually had September. We've come back onto the road for recovery. We have done over $400 million loans in this district, which is my district, is the 14 southern counties of New York. And New York itself was leading the nation on the national average. The national average is 77%. We've done over 80% in our loan volume. So we are going there. We have other programs in place that we're asking Congress to look at to help expand more access to capital to businesses. So.
If somebody were to try to work with the SBA to access capital, what is the best route for them to take?
I say the best route to take is to go through one of our resource partners, actually, or to the bank itself. We actually are the guarantee part of the loan program, so it's the banks that are really applying, that you have to work with. So if you don't have a relationship with a bank, I'd encourage you to go onto our website. We have over the 150 banks that we have relationships with. Develop a relationship with them and make sure you're prepared. One of the things we hear from people is, I went into the bank and asked for money and I need it next week. That's not a way to get a loan. The way to get a loan is to either go into one of our resource partners, have them help you prepare a package of what your business plan is, what exactly are your financing requirements, and then go hand in hand into the bank with that information, and you'll have a far easier process of it.